What's up, everybody? It's the Bullshit Report. If you haven't noticed, there's still not a nerd news because we've decided temporarily to combine both shows because we keep having technical difficulties. We actually shot both episodes this week, and I didn't turn on the microphone.
So you can watch, what's the silent actor? Chaplin?
Bob?
Silent movies, just like back in the day?
Silent Bob.
No, it's black and white ones.
Clerks.
The 1940s black and white ones.
You got me there. I wasn't alive yet. And as you know, I don't watch movies from before I was alive. I'm just kidding. I watch horror movies from the 80s.
And you watch Godfather, right?
Yeah.
And you watch Rocky 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the 80s. The beginning of the 80s. I don't go farther than like the 80s. There might be something from the 70s I saw.
What about that 70s show?
That's from the 2000s, I think. I don't even know when that came out. 2010 or something.
Okay. So today on this episode of the Nerd Shit Report.
The Nerd Shit Report. We have no clue what the name of the show is anymore. We did finally change the background. But y'all, it's not even that big a deal to y'all because y'all didn't see all the footage.
I can't really tell though. We changed it.
No, you can't. There's glare. I tried to get the glare out. I did some other
I
stuff.
feel like the glare's also shining off my head.
Probably so. Anyways. The Nerd Shit Report.
Alright, so on this episode, our topics we'll be covering will be...
This is your show.
No, the Nerd Shit is a combine of the two shows, so it's no longer my show.
Alright, man.
We do have our... So if you would have watched our last episode of Silence and...
we pretty much have both of the last two episodes.
And if you would have read our lips, you're good at that.
It's just a recap. Yeah, I should have put them up in a silent YouTube film.
We decided we're going to do a top 5 for casting. I got the Mortal Kombat heroes, I guess.
I guess they would be heroes. Yes.
Mortal Kombat faces.
Faces versus heels.
And he's got the top 5 Mortal Kombat, well, his opinion of the top 5 heels. It's debatable.
I'm just going to be honest. I got the shit end of the deal. The bullshit end of the deal. I don't know if we can say shit this much in the beginning of the podcast.
Shit's fine. It's fuck or Trump you can't say.
Oh, well, demonetized.
We'll talk about demonetization at some point.
Yes, we talked about that last time.
We're working on a current deal with Spotify exclusively.
Exclusively, Joe Rogan has sold his soul.
For the greater good.
For the greater
and $100 million.
Good. I feel like we're just going to talk about Mortal Kombat the whole time.
Are we matching them up in versus? Or
No, not doing all that. I'm not even happy with mine. All right, go first. Your guy.
We're going 1 for 1?
Yeah, we'll go 1 for 1.
Alright, so I'm going to say, go from the...
Go with the...
Rating's my main event.
Rating's your main event? Rating's
literally the most important person in Mortal Kombat.
Not really.
He's a god, for one.
But he doesn't do shit but watch him.
Yeah, because that's what a fucking master does. Go watch The Karate Kid. He didn't do shit but watch him.
I'm starting with Shang Tsung, so you can start with whoever you want.
And I'll start with Raiden, since they're kind of against each other.
I know, that's why I needed to
do. He fought Liu Kang, so it's...
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, is that going to be your Shang Tsung?
I don't know my guy's name. I forgot about Michael B. Jordan.
But he's been a villain.
He can be whoever he wants.
So the rules of this, we cannot use any mainstream actors from other superhero movies. Like, if they're not important, it's fine, but they're main, can't use them.
Yes, or Fantastic Four. I mean, you can use people from Fantastic Four.
Wait, we made that rule?
I just did. Because I want Michael B. Jordan, and he didn't even know he was in Fantastic Four.
I was thinking about, wasn't he the villain in
He was. He was Killmonger. But Fantastic Four, everybody hated the movie, nobody watched it, and no one knows who's in it.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 1 will be Raiden as Idris Elba. Idris Elba. The People's Elbow.
The people. Oh, you smell what the Rock is cooking. He doesn't say the People's Elbow. Why would he do that?
Most electrifying move in sports entertainment.
The most electrifying move in sports entertainment. I'm going with, I already looked up this guy's name, but I forgot it already. But you wouldn't know it anyways. They wouldn't know it. But we would all know the name. Rufio. Rufio. Rufio.
He still acts?
Yes.
He didn't die?
He's not dead.
Okay.
And he looks the same age.
So he's a terrible Shang Tsung.
I mean, Shang Tsung is a man of many faces.
But he's supposed to be at least in between, older than Liu Kang.
I mean, they made him that old guy, but...
Also, all my knowledge of Mortal Kombat is from the 2 movies from the 90s. Because I don't really play the video games.
I mean, I play the video games, but I really forgot most of the stuff. And half of them didn't have storylines anyways. They didn't really come up with storylines until...
recently.
So after the movies, they were like, hey...
When they did DC versus Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they were like, hey, this storyline's work. We should do that.
And also, this is going to be the one exception, I guess, of us drinking whiskey on our show.
Yes, because it is early in the morning. We're just trying to get this show out. Hopefully it's recording with sound.
If not, you can read our lips.
Yeah, we're retiring if it's not recording with sound. It's just...
So the number 2 person on my Mortal Kombat face team will be Mark Wahlberg as Johnny Cage.
My number 2 will be The Rock as Goro.
So he's gonna fuck. Mark Wahlberg's gonna fuck Goro up again. Yeah.
Nah, not this time. Not this time, guys.
Alright. Number 3. What's her name again? Sonya Blade is Revenge Girl.
Emily Van Camp.
Her.
Katana. Lucy Liu.
I'm actually a fan of that. Y'all just gonna put her as Katana's mom.
We could have, but then I wouldn't have had an Asian lady to play Katana. Because let's just be honest, I don't know that many Asian actresses that I've seen. I could have said so and so from this, but I like Lucy Liu, so it's a win-win. I know her name and I like her and everything I've seen her in, and she's also played like actual fighting roles and shit like that. So
what movies has she been in besides
Charlie's Angels?
Besides Charlie's Angels,
she was in a lot of movies, man. I just can't remember them right now, but I remember her name.
There we go. Alright, so the 4th member of Team Face.
Team Face.
Team Falcone Mortal Kombat. Team Falcone Combat.
Falcone Combat.
Will be Jax, played by Terry Crews.
Well, there's only one man that can beat up Terry Crews. Cat Williams as... No, I'm just kidding. That was just a joke. Shere Khan.
Stone Cold.
Dave Bautista.
No, he's a superhero. He's in the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's known pretty fucking well.
Mortal Kombat is not a
he fought Thanos.
superhero, though. I don't know why we made these rules. I got no Shere Khan now.
Stone Cold?
No, Stone Cold is not a good actor. Neither is
Randy Couture. Jason Statham.
Okay, I'm gonna do Kano. Michael B. Jordan.
Why don't you go with Shere Khan as Jason Statham?
I need somebody bigger, man.
You can juice up. Or work hard, I mean. Work very hard. So you don't have...
I'm going with Michael B. Jordan as Kano.
So who's your 5th coming up?
Hey, you worry about you, alright?
Alright. So my Liu Kang will be played by Sung Kong. That's right.
Oh, Han?
Yes, Han from Tokyo Drift and other Fast and Furious
Han
movies.
from Tokyo Drift and Better Luck Tomorrow. Or is it Better Luck Tomorrow or Good Luck Tomorrow?
Good luck tomorrow.
Oh,
I don't know.
me neither.
Right, and to your last member of your team, playing
John Cena!
Okay. Can't see him.
He's gonna wear a skull mask, it'll be fine.
So he takes it off.
Does he take it off, though?
Yeah, he took it off when he fought.
He wasn't even in the movies.
He was. Shere Khan was in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, was he?
Liu Kang fought them both turned into two giant dragons.
I barely remember Annihilation. I gotta watch that again.
Johnny Cage died in the first scene by Shere Khan.
I remember that. I didn't remember being Shere Khan. Poor Johnny Cage.
And then they brought Jax in to take, I guess, his spot.
I thought Jax died in the first one.
Because Emily Van Camp went and got him. Also, Kato died in the first one. From the two Mortal Kombat movies watching.
Poor Kano.
I haven't watched Mortal Kombat in about 10 years and I still remember it very well.
Alright, so bonus. I'll give you one villain. And I'll take one. I don't even know any more heroes. You got them all.
What was it? Nightwolf?
Was Nightwolf a bad guy?
He helped Liu Kang in the movies. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So you're supposed to. Oh, you're telling me.
I'm telling you that you want a bonus part. I'm giving you a hero.
Okay.
I mean,
is it okay to make a black Nightwolf?
I would say go keep the Native American, but.
I figured you would say that.
Well, he's there. He takes peyote. He's one with the nature. I mean.
Okay. How about you tell me some Native American actors? I know who I'm picking. I'll just
go watch Justified. I mean, not Justified.
Banshee?
No.
That's who I'm taking. Then.
Okay, I was gonna go with Show Watch, Longmire.
Longmire, is it the same guy? Didn't he play in two shows?
The
big swole up
yeah,
Indian
exactly.
guy?
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with for Nightwolf.
Chief J Strongbow.
Chief J Strongbow. We gotta look these people's names up and just not refer to them.
I get one heel.
One heel, man. Who you got? You got left. Who are you gonna make Kevin Hart?
The Centaur.
That's what I was trying to think. I was trying to think of who I could make Kevin Hart, but or Ryan Reynolds, man.
He's.
I don't know about this whole not superhero
He's Deadpool
thing.
and Green Lantern. He's too superhero.
Nah, he killed Green Lantern.
He killed.
It's fine if you're dead.
I couldn't use Hugh Jackman for anything because it was Wolverine.
Touche.
Couldn't use Scarlett Johansson for Sonya Blake because she's.
I mean, I wouldn't.
She had her own spin. Didn't you get her own spin-off? Or hadn't?
It hasn't came out yet.
But she's going to have it. So she's a main person. I could get away with Hawkeye more than I could her.
Yes, true. I was just using whoever I wanted to. I forgot about the superhero rule. Because everybody's been in a superhero movie.
Well, even Emily, I mean, that's why I said majors.
Yeah.
And I consider Dave Bautista a pretty known character.
Yeah. I was going to put, as my, Katana, I was going to use,
Van Camp?
No.
She was also...
I knew her real name, but I forgot it. But she played in, Lana from Smallville.
Mm.
I was going to use her, but she played, Chun-Li in the Street Fighter remake.
I thought that was Lucy Liu.
She's half white. She looks nothing like Lucy Liu. I was like, why are they making this white girl Chun-Li? But she's half Asian.
So you could have her as Katana and Lucy Liu's Katana's mom.
Why do you want Katana's mom in this so bad?
Because she had a very good...
I think you're just trying to hate on...
Because in Annihilation, Katana turned good and then fought her mom.
I must have blocked out that terrible Mortal Kombat movie because I don't remember Katana's mom.
Yeah. I promise you. We can rewatch on the next podcast. Next YouTube cast. PodTube.
I'll give you my Mortal Kombat Annihilation review next time. It's been a good show, guys. We're just kidding.
Alright.
So what's up, man? How'd your notes go? You took you some good notes for this show?
Yeah, I did on the one you didn't have sound for. A lot of notes.
He didn't. He's lying.
Do we have sound now? In order to test that to make sure?
The light came on. Not on the camera, on the microphone. It just wasn't on. It was my bad. It's my bad, guys. The microphone is attached separately.
So we also had 2 Game of Thrones drinks.
We did. We had two Game of Thrones drinks. We drank a Game of Thrones beer.
Ancho chili.
And it had ancho chilies in it. You know what that is, huh? Yeah, no, me neither. We had Johnny White Walker. He doesn't think I should say Johnny White Walker.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker White. That's what he doesn't like me saying.
Yeah.
Because there's Johnny Walker Black, but it is Johnny Walker, the White Walker edition.
You can say White Walker, but it should just be Walker. Shouldn't be defined by color.
That's the name of it. It says it on the ball.
Shouldn't be defined. It should be the Walker.
Anyways, we had that. I think I liked it. I think you liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was pretty good. He didn't want me to drink it without him.
We're not drinking it now.
I know, so it doesn't really matter. I could have drank it.
We also ate wings, not on the podcast, or not on the YouTube cast.
If y'all need to know what we ate that day, we also ate wings.
Well, you wanted to eat them on the fucking show.
I did want to eat them on the
we
show.
could have done, we wouldn't have sound.
It didn't matter.
Alright.
So,
Getting back to next...
getting back to next week.
Yeah, the last...
We're getting to next week's show. Fuck it. We're ahead of the game.
Alright, so we are going to try to... each week, pick a topic on this episode and then do like a top 5 list of either different things like how we, the best Batmans, who's played the best Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know if we do a top 5 of that, but. You
know. I mean, or something, just almost like a fantasy booking, fantasy cast, whatever you want to call it. Because I have the idea. I don't know if he's got something else he wants to do next week, but I had came up with the idea one week we'll do. Right now during wrestling, it's what they're calling the empty arena era, and all this craziness has happened because of quarantine. So I think it would be cool if we acted like Vince McMahon or a wrestling promoter and booked our own wrestling pay-per-view based on this time frame, whether it be...
Are we combining AEW and WWE or like?
I mean, if you want to... If that's what you want to do with your thing, I would say WWE based just because it's the more popular one. But I mean, really, if that's whatever you.
I feel like people may know more wrestlers from AEW right now.
Maybe so.
Here's what I would do: start off my fantasy booking.
Okay, so we're doing that today.
No, I'm just gonna give my pretense of where my list is coming from.
Okay.
This man hires a hitman, takes out the Khan family, buys AEW, and that's where I'm gonna start.
You just have people murdered. Of course your story is going to be interesting. That's something else I want to talk about. My story, no one's getting murdered. But we'll wait till next week. My story basically is going to involve...
You're doing an invasion? It's never been done.
It's not going to be an invasion. It's going to be ending the draft. That's never been done.
The war draft?
The wrestling draft. The brand split is what I meant to say. I'm tired of the brand split. I think it's...
I didn't think it was still a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
You got 14 titles.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I'm unifying all the titles on my show, pretty much.
Can we bring back the European Championship?
I think they have one in NXT. It's like the NXT UK title, not European title.
So we combining NXT as well, or leaving them separately?
I mean, you do it. I'm not combining NXT.
So we're not booking off the same pretense. What I'm saying, we're just booking our own show.
No, the pretense that we're booking off of that is the same is quarantine show.
Okay.
So that is the theme of your thing. So if you want to call it, I don't know. I got nothing.
And I think every wrestler should be out in the stands.
28 days later.
Every wrestler should be in the stands or whatever.
Yeah.
And then a random spotlight just shot on 2 people. And they go fight to the death. Loser keeps his job. Winner keeps his job, loser dies.
Keeping all my stuff a secret till next week. I'm going to need you to be a little more realistic than Celebrity Deathmatch.
It's quarantine. I can do what the fuck I want.
It's not the apocalypse.
It was supposed to be. And it still may be in October and it comes back again.
Anyways, okay, so I did happen to watch SmackDown randomly.
I watched some clips.
Did you see Jeff Hardy get arrested for drinking and driving?
That wasn't... I read the article on that, but I assumed it wasn't real. But then I said, a real sight to say Jeff Hardy gets arrested.
No, he didn't get arrested in real life. He got arrested in wrestling.
Is it being a drunk driver?
Being a drunk driver, hitting Elias's car and killing him. Not killing him, but putting him in the hospital. They found him in the bushes. They found
Wait, hold on. Found
Elias in the
bushes?
car.
Oh.
No, they found Jeff Hardy in the bushes. A car empty with a bottle of liquor in it and some kind of registration. And he's like, "Who is Jeff Hardy?" And I'm like, all right, cop, you don't know who Jeff Hardy is. There was a lot of wrong police protocols going on in this thing, too.
So, what I... Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, it was just they found Jeff Hardy in the bushes.
So you're saying they didn't follow procedure?
Yeah. They found Jeff Hardy in the bushes. And they walked him halfway to the front, like, talking to him, trying to figure out what happened to him. And he's, like, hurt every second, like, of the way. So in their mind, they're saying he got in a car crash, right? I mean, anybody should know that you're supposed to leave the person there until the EMTs come, right?
But they could have been cops and EMTs.
No. So they got him away from out of the bushes, and then they arrested him. And he was like, oh, what was going on? Oh. But a second ago, he's like half dead, and then you just arrested him. You would bring him to the hospital, then arrest him there. Like, that's, I don't know. It's very weird. At least have him, like, not act hurt anymore when you arrest him.
The only thing I saw was a clip of the Battle Royal for the Intercontinental Championship, I guess, that's now vacant.
Yeah.
I didn't say who won, that was just Baron Corbin eliminated everybody.
It was Sheamus.
Sheamus won, really?
Yeah, Sheamus also is the one who hit Elias with the car.
So you said
I'm assuming, because Jeff Hardy showed up at the end of it and beat up Elias.
So,
beat up Sheamus. That'd be weird. Beat up Sheamus.
The story's going to be...
Sheamus got Jeff Hardy drunk and made him know. I'm assuming he beat up Jeff Hardy, threw him in the bushes, then ran the car into Elias's.
All to win the Intercontinental title?
All to win the Intercontinental title. Because,
not even the world title?
Because they were in a tournament. Jeff Hardy would have had to fight AJ Styles and or Daniel Bryan, and then the other dude would have had to fight. Elias would have had to fight AJ Styles. So, I don't know.
I mean, if you're going to go through the trouble of
it could have been
a hit and run, probably killing someone, just do it for the world title.
I mean, is that a little bit crazy, though? Like, is that a step too far? The man who has been arrested multiple times for drinking and driving.
Mr. Man, is it a step too far making someone with a cheap hook come from the rafters, you know, in a blue blazer costume?
Was that this week's episode?
It was.
Okay. Yeah, so we did talk about the Owen Hart documentary. If y'all don't know
who Owen Hart is,
he's a wrestler.
The greatest wrestling family of all time.
The Bordens?
The best there is. The best there was.
Best there was, because he did.
And the best there ever will be.
He tried to copy off a Sting and come down from the rafters. That's a fact. And they used a cheap hook because they were trying to save money.
Well, they actually had an in-spirits crew. We thought that'd be a faster, like, way to...
Oh, yeah, that was the thing. They said it would be quicker, not that it was actually the
well, the team was...
But they did change teams.
Yeah, the team was cheaper because they were using an actual LA stunt team for all the other times he's done it.
Yeah.
And this time they got a local company to do it, and they wanted to use a different hook. That way it would be a quicker release. They only needed 6 pounds of pressure to come unsnapped from a 240-pound man.
Yeah, they told him, well, as long as you don't pull this, you're going to be good. But really, there was some whole other release on there.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And he fell from the ceiling down into the ring area and actually died. I mean, he fell during the show. They went to break and he went to the hospital and he died. But it actually all happened at a live event. The show kept going on. Yeah, pay-per-view. The show kept going on. And do
you agree with that?
The show must go on, man. I mean, it's a fact that the band played when the Titanic sank. I saw it in the movie, so it had to be real. I don't know, man, because at first you didn't. I mean, I guess if you fell from that high, you should know that he probably didn't live. But if they didn't know that he died, Because they didn't know he died.
They didn't know, but they found out within the next match before the show was ever over.
I know, but
And
the show had already.
And they announced it on the TV that Owen has passed away. Here's our next match.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Well, here's my thing with it though. His wife, Martha? No.
Martha, yes. It is Martha, and it's very weird that...
Their mom was also Martha.
That's what I thought, and then I was getting confused during the show. I was like, wait, is Martha the mom or the wife?
I think both.
Okay, that would make more sense. There's two Martha Harts.
But she said, no, it wasn't like foul play of an intentional hit, but if you have the possibility of negligence on the side of the crew, and you're going to investigate and talk to people, this is all hindsight, they didn't know at the time, but I'm just saying, I feel like a murder like that needs to be investigated, and you having people go back into the ring and wrestle, or the crew wrap up and leave, and then talk to them the next day or something, it's going to be a big issue.
Yeah, but it wasn't a murder, it was an accident.
But it's still negligent. You have negligence, almost negligent,
Yeah, but it wasn't. But it wasn't considered that, and.
But it could have been how they investigated at the time.
Maybe, but they wasn't going to. Someone there made the decision. What it was and what it wasn't. They knew what they were investigating when they did it. But I'm sure somebody did go up to the top and look and all of that stuff. But I don't know. I understand her perspective, but it was an accident, and whether now I'm not saying somebody shouldn't have gotten in trouble for it.
Yeah, I'm not
down the line.
I'm not putting on Vince McMahon.
But yeah, I don't even know. Because again, it's not to. He may have been misinformed. He may have pulled the thing he was not supposed to pull. We still don't know exactly how it came undone, but at the end of the day, no one else cut the cord or whatever. The thing didn't break. It was released. So it was probably a slip of the hand.
But they could have put someone in that crew. I feel like could have been charged with something.
Yeah, maybe
they're the one that they are professionals. They did rig it, and I think if you had experts that came in.
The only thing you could really get is misinformation, like the guy that told him this is the only way it's gonna fall, because he's agreeing to be hooked to this stuff and nothing broke. It was real. That's the
same as if you're a stuntman and something went wrong and you passed away and it was due to a crew error who didn't do something right, used an inappropriate piece of equipment. Wouldn't that crew be somewhat at fault or could be charged?
I don't think the crew could be charged with a thing. I think that the company would be liable in a lawsuit. And the same thing with WWE. It'd be very hard to charge anybody with it, and it's not negligent. The negligent part, and this is what you'd have to prove, is that he did exactly what he was supposed to, and that they didn't, because that thing was made to hold up sailboat sails. Guess what? Regardless to the pressure release, it could hold his weight. It didn't matter that it was little. They tried to make a big thing about how little it was. So, I understand, the whole thing, it only takes 6 pounds of pressure. But if they told him that and they said, hey, again, we don't know what was said. Yeah. But, hey, don't press this, and then he pressed it, it's his own negligence. It's not theirs.
But if you have 10 companies who do the same thing, rig people, say 10 of the top companies out there, and all 10 companies say, we would have never used that kind of equipment for this stunt. We would have never used... Does that company have some kind...
It would still come down to the WWE and Vince, because, that wasn't their first option either. They did that under the guidelines of Vince being adamant about it being a quicker thing. You know what I'm saying? They were doing what they were being asked to by the company, and for all intents and purposes, if done correctly, it wouldn't have. It didn't break or anything. So the problem was the communication between the one guy and Owen Hart, because from what I got, he must have hit the other thing, because the other guy said, unless you pull this string or something, it wasn't gonna go. But from what they said, there was like a pressure thing you could just you can hit or something. So maybe that's what happened. We still don't know exactly, but I mean, but like I said, I'm sure they investigated to a certain extent that night, and I mean, because the ring, they investigated up there, you know. But yeah, no, I don't know. It was a long time ago. Now I think in this day and age, they would definitely stop the show. But back then,
I guess today's day and time, they probably would have stopped the show versus back
yeah,
in the
today's day and time, I think they would have stopped the show. Back then, like I said, I mean, yeah, you're right. They found out during the show, but I mean, the show had already continued. To me, it was either stop at that moment or, you know, or not stop. But I don't like finding out he died later and saying, all right, he just passed away. Let's go ahead and stop the show now. I don't know. And because as a business, they had a lot of things going on. I know it sucks, but, you know, like, that was millions of dollars that they would have refunded, whatever. And I think about if they did stop the show, still got sued, had to spend millions of dollars out to his family, plus millions of dollars, which they should have had to. They should have been liable, should have paid his family a lot of money. I don't know if they actually went into that part. Did she ever get any money? Or?
Well, it got to the point where it was either, she talked about, like, she didn't really care about she didn't want the money. What she wanted was, like, wanted someone, you know, held accountable.
Yeah.
And her lawyer said, well, even if you win, for what you're, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want to take a settlement and you end up winning, it's not going to be them going down for murder or them going down for a crime. It's going to be them still just having to pay more, you know.
Yeah.
You're never going to see McMahon or someone behind bars for this, in a sense.
Yeah.
And then when she heard that, she's like, so I'm going to keep fighting because what I want is what I'm never going to get. Or I can basically take this money, start a foundation in Owen Hart's name.
Yeah.
And, you know, put my focus somewhere else, because I guess in her mind she was wanting to see someone held accountable, like, you know, like getting someone arrested or that was never going to be the place. So she ended up taking, I think, $18 million.
$18 million.
Yeah. And she started the Owen Hart Foundation, which they built homes for families, for people, things of that nature, and did everything in that foundation.
Yeah.
And she's actually also Dr. Martha Hart as well.
Oh yeah, I do remember that now. She's the doctor.
And the son's a lawyer. And the daughter...
She's a pro wrestler. No, they all hate wrestling now.
Yeah.
That's their thing. That's their niche. They're wrestling haters.
And the fact that none of them get along with the other
or the other Hart family is. Brett hates them all.
I don't know. They tried to get Brett to be in the thing, and he declined. So
yeah. What else did we talk about last week? Joe Rogan. We talked about him selling out, but we pretty much decided on that it's not really selling out.
Yeah,
People saying, you want to explain?
Not bad.
No, you go ahead.
Huh? Not bad.
No, if you're going to explain it, you know it better than I do.
So he got to deal with Spotify, and after the show would be exclusively video and audio would be exclusive to Spotify only. Still free, no change in production, no change in what he can apparently guess he can have on, people he can talk to, things of that nature. The reason for a lot of videos, supposedly, and something we want to eventually, I guess, look more into, YouTube has a lot of, just power. There's no real competitor for YouTube. And they seem to have gotten on a kick where they demonetize people who are not fitting with their agenda, or are being too vulgar for what they consider either you have YouTube Kids, but even on regular YouTube, too racy, is that correct?
And like, there's crazy rules, like certain things you can say, you can say later in the thing, but you can't say it in the beginning of the thing. Maybe it reads it better or something. I don't know exactly, but it's weird stuff, man. You can't say certain things in the beginning.
And they're kind of picking and choosing to demonetize whoever they want.
Yeah, whoever they want to, they can just pretty much control what's going on. And whereas it started off to be, anybody could do whatever they wanted. And, everybody kind of worked for themselves, but now they're saying, they're trying to control it. And Spotify is actually putting out a video service now, too, they're working on, right? So when Joe Rogan does go exclusively, or is there video now?
I think it's in August, the video, just when the deal takes effect, but you can still get the video and audio on all platforms, podcasting. Video will still be on YouTube until the end of the year, and then January 1st of 21 is where it is going to be exclusively to Spotify only, along with the whole library as well.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, podcasts are free on Spotify, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Music is, you can get free music, but it has to shuffle and playlist and
the podcast you can still download to your device. You can still listen to it as is. The only thing you would pay for is if you wanted to have no ads, premium, basically.
I got you.
But if you listen to podcasts for free anyway, you're going to deal with whether it's an ad section of some sort, no matter what.
Yeah, and listen to Chris Jericho tell you something.
And sing a song.
Yeah.
And sing a song.
Talk is Jericho,
the whole song.
Baby.
He has a new hit. It's the entire song.
Talking about the other one?
No, he did on another one too. Didn't realize he had.
Oh yeah.
I listened to the Jim Ross one. He had him on, and he had a new Fozzy single that he had played the entire thing.
No.
Got a clip of the entire thing.
Yeah, play it, man.
So Spotify's going to try to, I think, recruit other podcasts to exclusive deals if it ends up making sense. They paid Rogan. I want to say I still got to look at the exact years. I want to say it was a 3-year deal for $100 million.
Spotify, we'll do it for $100. Just kidding. We need a little bit more. Let us quit our job. 100,000
a piece.
Yeah. A piece. I'm sorry. He's the money man.
I think you're going to see Fighting the Kids follow suit pretty soon. And if people think it's a joke, actually they're a pretty big podcast in that realm.
Yeah. Well, they'd be smart to get somebody like Kevin Smith or somebody to do one because, Kevin Smith for years stayed afloat because of podcasts and stuff, and he'd be a good person to get, I think.
The issue now is that you have the released amount of what you paid Rogan. How many people are going to say?
Yeah.
Because really there's only about, I think, and I could be off, but I went through the top 5 podcasts. And it was every, overall, on any platform, whether it be Apple or...
But how many shows a week does Rogan do? 3?
Sometimes 3, sometimes 5.
But normally, on average, at least 3, right?
At least, yeah.
Yeah, so, that's the thing that other people have to realize is, you have to kind of keep up with, for one, his numbers, but also,
the content.
Yeah, a lot of people are not going to put out that much content, and his shows are long. His shows are 3 hours at least.
Yeah, the only short ones he's had are
Fight recaps or something.
No, really bigger. The bigger the guest is, it seems like although he had Kevin Hart on again recently since the accident and everything, it was last week, and it was still 2:20,
Yeah.
But he had Jamie Foxx on one point. It was an hour and 10.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what it is they don't want to sit there the whole time.
Well, they have other obligations a lot of the time that they have somewhere else to be. That's why they always fix it around their schedule as best they can.
Yeah. So did you see the whiskey I tagged you in earlier, man?
Yeah.
We need that. You're on a mission.
You could just get the Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Why are you hating on Old Smokies, Little Smokies, whatever?
Because I haven't seen it anywhere, and I've seen the Screwball everywhere.
Well, I haven't seen either one of them.
You ever tried the Screwball whiskey? Is that Walmart?
I didn't see it. I would have been like, hey man, let's try this. Winner is peanut butter.
You want peanut butter whiskey now?
I did. Go get it right now. I'll talk to them while you're going.
Because it's peanut butter flavor, it counts as food?
Yeah.
Alright, so did This is our second show, technically.
We're just gonna. I mean, it's all one show. We're gonna until the world opens back up. We have enough content to do 2 shows. I think we're just gonna stick to the bullshit, the nerd shit, bullshit report,
the bull report,
or it can be recycled nerd news, whatever you guys want to call it. But we have to label it something. What did I do this for?
You gotta do the guns. This just looks weird. It's like you're signaling traffic.
Both of them look weird.
But at least the guns.
Bang bang.
This is just like you're trying to get traffic to go.
Hey,
you're a traffic cop, aren't you? Technically.
I'm not a traffic cop. My belt comes in tomorrow though.
Your belt came in yesterday.
That's my traffic cop belt. I'm talking about the belt.
The Intercontinental Championship.
The Hardcore People's Championship. Yeah, that's what I called it.
Okay.
That's what I named it.
So, next week we are going to be booking our own wrestling event.
Yes, and my title will be sitting right here. Don't be booking yourself to win my title.
So we're now in WWE.
I mean, I told you could do whatever you want, so now I may regret it. You're already trying to murder people. I'm not murdering anybody. My show is going to be realistic, at least.
But can you say that? Yeah, WWE had a murder angle with trying to do a hit and run, so not that far off.
Yeah, that was, in my opinion, the reason I brought it up is because I think that was kind of stupid, and I don't think they should do it.
Well, no, I don't mean you should fake it, but I think McMahon can get away with getting Cons killed off, or the Cons getting McMahon killed off. One of the two.
Tiger King.
Not talking.
Did you watch Tiger King?
3 episodes of it, then I kind of got the gist of it after everyone talked about it for a month.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody in podcast land's talked about it too.
Convinced the guy that you're not that straight then, and that guy killed himself, or didn't mean to kill himself. Accidentally shot himself.
Yeah.
Woman got her arm bitten off and was still happy to be. That's a loyal worker. She was still happy to be at work, even after the tiger ripped her fucking arm off. Joe Exotic's songs were fake. Well,
they kept referring to her as a him the whole time. In the
maybe that's her program.
I was confused. No, she pointed it out in the other one. Because I was like, when I was watching, I was like, isn't that a lady?
You can't assume that, dude.
I know, so I didn't say it. I just thought it in my head. Plus, I have a friend, so I had no one to say it to.
You can't think it in your head.
Whoa. Tell me what I can't think in my head.
Yeah.
So, Batman. First off, Snyder Cut is going to officially be released. That's the extended version of Justice League.
23 hours long.
That everybody's been looking for. No, it's somewhere, 4 to 6 hours. They're talking about making it into a mini-series. It could possibly be a mini-series, but it's going to be on HBO Max either way, whether it's a movie or a mini-series. And, it's getting everybody fired up. They want Ben Affleck back, and Henry Cavill is supposedly coming back. And so it's drawing a lot of attention to the original people. That's his Superman. He says only Tom Welling can be Superman. I like your boy. I mean, I like Tom Welling too, and I want Tom Welling back also, so I don't even know why I'm having this argument, but how did I just see Tom Welling came out? I forgot the old dude's name completely and everything.
So we do Superman versus Superman. Let's make that movie. Superman v Superman.
Superman v Superman. But so it wouldn't be Bizarro, they'd be from just different universes.
Yeah, Smallville universe.
Yeah, Smallville universe is getting murdered.
No, you can
Their TV people always get murdered. Henry Cavill. I forgot his name for like 5 minutes. It was killing. I'm like, what just happened? How did I just forget that man's name? Tom, you just have that effect on me, Tom. Yeah. So, but the interesting thing is, your boy Twilight Man, Robert Pattinson, is the new Batman in the current DCEU timeline, which doesn't make any sense because, again, Ben Affleck's in there.
They're going to kill him.
We don't know what's happening. I guess it's going to be its own separate thing, kind of like the Joker movie was, and not be connected. But Robert Pattinson, a.k.a. Edward, doesn't want to work out. He says Batman doesn't have to be built or in shape. That is like body shaming or something. Another. Although the other cast members have been working hard throughout the quarantine, keeping themselves in shape and stuff like that. How do you feel about this?
Don't take a fucking role with the title superhero in it?
Well,
super.
It isn't called Superhero, a Batman story.
It's overall Batman's a superhero or anti-hero, but he'd still be in the superhero world.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Or they really just Inspector Gadget with fighting skills.
Oh, not again with this Inspector Gadget shit.
It's not again because it didn't air.
I know, that's why I'm like, what? Like, I'm trying to remember what was said on this show. What was...
Inspector Gadget's the world's greatest detective?
Yeah, no, Bruce Wayne is the world's greatest detective. And Bruce Wayne is Batman. And Bruce Wayne is Ben Affleck.
So you could do it as, what I think would make sense is, Ben Affleck, old Batman, will be...
Yeah, he is going to be a younger Batman.
They're not going to show his face, right? They're going to see him pulling the plug on the respirator machine. And that's him. And then Alfred grabs another young boy from the closet. Which will be... Edward. That's what I think Batman really got started.
You think there's just young boys in his closet?
Yeah, have you seen the creepy old son of a bitch?
I think he's the one that watched the beginning of the...
I think he's the one...
the Epstein documentary this morning. Did you watch that? Yeah.
I think Alfred's the one that killed Bruce Wayne's parents.
He might have killed Epstein.
Might be Epstein.
Might be Epstein. Oh, man. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that when I finish that documentary. Wow, we suck at this. What else we got, man?
That was actually, I think, the gist of it.
This is the gist of it. We had 2 shows, and that was all we had. And 2 shows, y'all better be helpful. I mean, I'm thankful that fucking.
Yeah, we had more of the nerd stuff, but. Oh yeah, we talked about the Snyder Cut more about them letting him just do the movie he wanted to do.
Yeah, they definitely.
And then if they're gonna make it a 6-part miniseries or like a. I guess 2 hour.
Yeah. I would hope if they made it a miniseries. I mean, there's more of a chance that you would get Ben Affleck back if they made it a series, because when you think about it, man, Game of Thrones cost a ridiculous amount of money to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So say you put this series out and it gets a crazy amount of viewers, you could do a season 2 Justice League series where Ben Affleck is back as Batman.
Do you think Ben Affleck would do TV? I mean, it's HBO. I'm just wondering if they...
And again, he's working for Zack Snyder again. Still big budget.
I think he should. I'm just saying some actors.
I think he would. I think his bad taste in his mouth is like how people were turning on him in the Batman thing. If anything, that would be why he didn't want to do it. But I think if the Snyder Cut came out and it went the other way and everybody started praising him, I think he wouldn't feel as bad about it, and maybe he would come back and do it. Because I don't really even believe he wanted to give up the Batman role. That's the thing that some people say is, oh well, he decided to give it up, but I don't think that at all. I think Warner Brothers was just being very reactionary to what people were saying about Batman vs Superman, and that was just changing everything about Justice League because they only had like a year apart or so.
Yeah.
And so they just started making quick changes and chopping up the movie and just making bullshit out of, whatever, trying to make it funnier. And
didn't they kind of do that with
Batman vs Superman?
Yeah, I mean, not much.
They didn't do the comedy aspect of it, but they did cut
a lot of shit.
Yeah, they cut at least 30 minutes out the movie. If you get the extended cut, you get an extra 30 minutes in the movie.
There's a 30 minutes.
It makes, according to a lot. To me, I guess I filled in the gaps myself. Because when I watched it, I didn't feel like, oh, this didn't make sense or this didn't. But when you watch it the next go around with the actual 30 minutes in it, then you do see more stuff. And a lot of people that were negative on it actually talked a lot better about it once they got the extended cut in the extra 30 minutes. So I think that's the main takeaway, man, is they have to let directors do their movie. Quit. If you're going to hire the dude to do it, quit fucking up the shit just because you think you know better. Like, if you knew better, you'd be the director. You wouldn't.
Whoever decided to put Robert Pattinson as Batman doesn't know better.
Supposedly, and you even said this, the name of that movie is Remember Me, by the way. I just remembered it.
It was pretty close to Walter Remember.
Yeah, I mean, not movie-wise, it wasn't. The title was. And,
nobody knows what we're talking
no, because that's from a whole different podcast. Robert Pattinson
died. So
was in the movie Remember Me. We talked about it, and it was basically, it was like a kind of love story, kind of also dealing with his dad and some, just kind of like a family drama kind of thing. And then at the very end, he goes to visit his dad at work. It zooms out. He's in the World Trade Center, and a plane crashes into it, pretty much.
Inside job.
And Epstein didn't kill himself.
It was Pattinson that did the inside job.
It was Pattinson. He did it the whole time. But we suck at this. It's too early, man. It's too early. We need alcohol. That's what we should do. We should have got Bailey's, the alcohol in the coffee. No?
Too sweet.
Not in your, but in your coffee it wouldn't have been too sweet.
I drink my coffee black, so it would have been too sweet.
It just depends on how much Bailey's you put. It still wouldn't be sweet.
If you're trying to get a half,
coffee.
You gotta be a half ratio.
Coffee like kills the taste and stuff. So I feel like even creamer, like you have to put a lot of damn coffee creamer, like the sweet creamer. I don't. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
But you still do.
I can drink it either way. Is this some weird man test you're trying to do to me right now? I know how you like to roll. Next thing I know, Taylor will be in here trying to grab burning logs and shit. I don't know what's wrong with my friends. They all have to be the bigger man, and I'm just like, I'm talking about Batman, bitches. What do y'all want from me? I don't understand. So we talked about Mortal Kombat. We talked about Batman. We didn't talk about Mike Tyson coming back.
Talk about the Snowden cut.
The Snowden cut. We got Mike Tyson coming back to fight
either Tito Ortiz, Vanderlei Silva,
or Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho. I did watch that, and that was terrible. And you also forgot to mention that Rashad Evans and Henry Cejudo were also there.
Oh, I forgot to mention that. I don't know who the fuck those people are. There was also somebody else there.
You should know Rashad Evans.
I should have known Rashad Evans. But the Henry, Pluto, and the other dude that was there, that you even forgot apparently.
That's all I can see in the clip.
Oh, okay. No, I was watching the thing where they were talking about who was there.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw the actual.
The other name was a well-known name, and I was like, actually, I don't even think those people said Rashad Evans.
No, wait, I'm about to say, was it Jack Hager? Please no.
No, it wasn't. That'd be funny. Hagar just turned on from Mike Tyson. No, yeah, so I don't know if Mike Tyson's really gonna come back. I think he might do some charity stuff.
Do a charity event. You'll probably see. I think if you're gonna see anything, it'll be him and Holyfield.
Yeah.
I'd
rather him fight like Danny Bonaducci or somebody. You know.
Is he still alive?
Pretty sure, man.
Oh, that's about Celebrity Death Pool.
Celebrity Death Pool. That's the most important thing of all of this.
So tune in next time.
Do y'all want us to have a celebrity death pool? We've got to find some other people apparently, so it'll be worth the money. But explain to them what a celebrity death pool is.
I gotta get every detail. I can give you the gist. Would be pick an amount we're gonna put in a pot for over the course of a whole year or the remainder of this year, I guess. And let's say go $50. Then you do like a draft of us two plus at least I would say 4, hopefully 6 more players, and you draft celebrities who you think may not make it out of this year.
I got Betty White.
When there's like scoring points, like older celebrities are obviously worth less than younger celebrities. Like if you were to hypothetically have had.
How much is Donald Trump worth?
I don't know. He probably wouldn't be worth that much. But you got to think, he's 70 years old, he's 300 and something pounds, he doesn't work out, and he's got the most stressful job in America. So he's probably not a really high target, and he's probably got a lot of assassination offers.
But
But it's not about where you stand. It's like so Kobe Bryant, no one would have predicted him passing away.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I don't feel like a lot of people would predict Trump, somebody like that. Like,
I'm not saying it would be worth more than Betty White. I'm just saying it's not going to be worth what Kobe Bryant was worth.
Kobe Bryant was worthless. I'm just kidding, guys. I know y'all love Kobe.
Like Luke Perry, he's, 40? I don't know if anybody knew he had cancer or not, or if he just, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things.
Jungle Boy's dad.
So we had to, there is an actual curriculum you can look up how to score, and we can go off that. I'm just going by what I know of it.
Alright, I'm going to have to trust you on that. Don't screw me over.
I'm going to show you the rules.
I'm going to have to trust you on that.
But we got to get more players, and right now we have 2. That's me and you.
You sick-minded. Sick-minded people that don't mind betting on people's deaths. Hit us up at Crashdummy Corleone and the Family.com. Maybe I made that up.
Can they just message you on Facebook?
You could definitely just message us on Facebook. That would make way more sense because the only 8 people watching this know us in real life.
Would your old podcast people do it?
Dave Grant and DJ.
No.
DJ. DJ's last name.
With Taylor?
Taylor is a sick fuck. He would do it. Speaking of sick fucks, Stephen Alaniz, I nominate you as tribute.
So then it would be like a snake draft. So let's say we all pull numbers out of a hat. If I had like the 8th pick, I'd also have the 1st pick in the 2nd round. To go back.
I got you.
So you have to decide, let's say you had number 1. Off the top of your head, who would you go with your number 1 pick?
Betty White.
So you go for the closer to guaranteed thing?
Yeah, I want to have at least one, like...
Well, you're drafting 30 spots. Like, you draft a lot of people.
Yeah. So I would probably go 5 to 10 really old people.
Yeah. So you get those guarantees.
Yeah. And,
I think the way they pass also affects the point system.
Oh.
Like, if they end up getting, like, a disease...
I feel like if anybody dies from the token movie death, the unexpected token movie death of getting hit by a bus, it should be worth a lot of points.
I could say that.
Because I'm always like one movie I think we were talking about recently that happened, and it wasn't even a comedy, and you're like, I don't remember.
Was it Capone?
No, it's Capone. That's a weird fucking movie, though, guys. If y'all hadn't watched it yet, if you're expecting to watch a movie about Capone, just throw that shit out the window.
Alright.
They should have named it Old Guy with Dementia. I almost said delirium.
Random. Who would be worth more points, Biden or Trump, from a death perspective? Off your top of your head. Trump's got the unhealthiness, Biden's got the can't remember to eat. So
I think Trump would be worth more. You know who wouldn't be worth anything because I'm surprised he's still alive is Bernie. My caveat about voting for Bernie the next time was, hey, if Bernie makes it to the next election, I'm gonna vote for Bernie. I didn't think he was gonna make it.
yeah.
So has he officially dropped out? He
may have came back during quarantine. Before quarantine, he dropped out.
Oh, okay.
So unless they're going to have a surprise guest, it's going to be Biden.
And Biden straight up told people if they don't vote for him, they're not black, right?
Yeah.
Come on, Biden.
It's going to be Biden and Michelle Obama on the running ticket.
If that happens, you have a new president.
I can see that. The other one is they're going to put Michelle Obama and her and Clinton run together on the same ticket.
Bill?
Nah, the one everyone likes.
I feel like more people like Bill.
100%, I was joking. Like, Hillary Clinton might be the only person that can prevent Michelle Obama from getting elected. Might be Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, if they were, yeah.
If they're on the same ticket.
If they're on the same ticket. I'm like, no. And then I'm like, oh, he means on the same ticket. Yeah. I think Hillary needs to give it up for sure.
To Bill?
That too. I think if Michelle ran, I thought normally they announce their running mates.
They do, but what I'm thinking is with Biden's alleged health issues and the fact that we're going through pandemic plus national tragedy, I wouldn't be surprised in a month they announce it. You get what I'm saying? Like on a short notice, by surprise.
Yeah.
Here's your new running. Because I think there's a lot of issues with Biden. Now this all could be fake news and bullshit, but everything you read is about Biden's, even his cabinet saying like his health is not the best. And he's kind of hurt himself in the more interviews he does. It seems like as well. So that's where they're saying either they're gonna. Hate to say it's like a wrestling matchup, but I don't think Biden beats Trump. Right now, I don't. I could be wrong. I'm just saying. I
don't think, man. I think it wound up being the same mistake that happened last time. I think Bernie could have beat Trump, but Bernie has to beat Biden.
Yeah.
Trump.
Who's Biden's running mate? Do we already know this?
Apparently, Michelle Obama. I don't know. I have no clue.
Biden Pence versus Trump Pence.
I was about to say, I don't even know Trump's running mate. I'm so disconnected from this election because I know the odds of Trump taking it it's just in his favor. I mean, that's just the way it's went forever.
I wouldn't say forever. It's only been 4 years.
No, not Trump. I'm talking about the beginning of America. Most of the presidential elections, most of the time, what is it like? Just a couple that they didn't do the full term.
Oh, the 4.
The 8.
Oh, yeah.
Quit trying to make me use my brain. Alright? I don't like using my brain.
Trump's been there since America started. 4 years ago.
4 years ago. That's your fault, because you didn't know what I was saying. You thought I was saying since Trump. No, I meant since we started electing presidents. This isn't called the Smart Shit Report, guys.
This is the Dumb Shit Report.
This is the Dumb Shit Report.
Alright.
This is our show, guys.
So, we promise next week we'll be with the audio the first time around and
more prepared. Yeah, we did have 2 shows worth of content last time.
And they actually were kind of sectioned decently well.
They were kind of sexed well. Whatever he just said.
I guess sectioned would be the right word.
Sectioned.
But what would be the right?
Well.
Laid out well? Anyway, kind of overalls on sex.
They were laid well. Then we were fucked because there was no sound.
You got fucked by that microphone there.
That microphone fucked me hard. Now we're just being weird.
So now with the outro.
I'm Crashdummy Corleone. This is...
Outro you.
David Falcone. I'm the dumb one. He doesn't even know his name.